Down for Sport C. The clock is set at 4:10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. Throwing the gun.
All right, you heard it from our referee, Aaron Stevens. 4 minutes. Will Huff first on the race course. All right, 545 is the next boat out. The 991 right alongside of him. 447, the 12, Kelly Burnett. Gerald in the 697 and the 454 as well. Small little boats. They're only about 13 feet long, 12, 13 feet long, very small. 40 horse Tohatsu, stock, totally stock. These have a very long midsection in them. They run a stock lure unit. The only thing racing about this in the engine is the propeller. And there are racing propeller on that boat, a racing wheel. Other than that, they're stock motors, 40 horse motors. You can pull it off your fishing boat, put it on the back of one of these things, and it's ready to go. And they're affordable. That's one of the nice things about this is I know a couple of years ago, and I haven't heard of sales since then, but for $6,000 to $7,000, you could pick up boat, motor, trailer, you're ready to go. You need a life jacket and a helmet, and it's time to go play. And that's a very good price to go and enjoy these. And if you don't hurt the boat or engine, and it can happen. I mean, engines wear out, engine failures happen, but you're not going to go broke doing it. Well, I'm I'm getting that look. Yep. Yes, your boat's going in the water, Steve. Well, I'm going to say a rock star in my world. Yeah, I know Paul is giving me that look. Paula Andrew, I know you're probably not wanting to get on the mic, but while you're here in person, thank you. She does a great job, and Steve follows directions pretty good too, most of the time. Actually, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but that pork he did, I mean, the salads are always great, but that pork was good. Oh, he did good buns today too. Yeah, they were good. All right. No, we're not going to touch that one. This is family rated, right? Sometimes the family gets a little smutty. The conversation was good last night. I think we embarrassed Paula a fair amount. She just a fair amount. Not a whole lot. All right. Everybody coming down here. Got one way out in front. 20 seconds to your start. Kayla's not on the inside. Dad's on the inside. Will Huff tight against the buoy. Kayla right next to him. No, I take that back. Will was actually out a ways, and I'm thinking he's probably got better boat speed going into the turn, so he will probably lead them in and out of that turn down there. We'll know momentarily. Again, thank you to Paula and Steve for the great food. All right, front boat's got a good open lead, and I'm going to be curious to see who we got out there. See a nice boat ride there. These have power trim on them, and that's how they get them. And if you'll notice, when they're really rocking and rolling, they got them way up. It's Will Huff out front in the 560, owned by Gary Hansen. On the inside, side by side, you have the 991. That is Kayla Huff, and it looks like, I would say that's Wes Friedel next to her, and the two Meads behind them, both Russell and Mark, and Kelly Burnett in the 12. And that is a nice run for that boat. That's about as good as that boat has looked since Bob's been bringing it out the last year or so. Have not had a lot of time to do what he needed to there. And actually he's got a couple of things going on with his health right now, and it precludes him from getting in the boat. But I would say that Kelly's given that a nice ride right now. And one of the things about doing that is getting the experience, knowing how to trim the boat and all the rest. And it's a learning process, without question. Will Huff in the 560. Great run. It was a boat that was owned by Steve Waldy. And he and Mike White, who owned the 991 that Kayla Huff bought, used to go tooth and nail all the time, and depending on who ran what propeller and who made the best start, that would almost always determine who won the heat, because they don't break down very often. Like I say, nice run for Kelly out here. Good, stable run. She hadn't trimmed it up and got herself in any kind of trouble. Part of that is experience, and I can tell you from driving tunnel boats a little bigger than this and on up to the 100 cubic inch size, there's a fine line that you walk with those boats. They're either real good or it goes bad real quick. So you need to really be on a fine line there. And Will Huff has become one of the best there is around in that. And Steve was as well when they were racing one another. And then Mike White, when he was running against them. All right, well, that's interesting. Got a couple boats ahead of Kayla this time. Kayla just not quite up there at this point. The Meads in 5th and 6th. Kelly in 7th place there. Like I say, this is a tough one to learn. These are so underpowered that you like I say, you walk that fine line. You have to have the boat trimmed up, but you can't go too far. And if you don't trim it up enough and you get to the turn, they do what's called a flat spin, and they literally turn around in their own length and do a 360. I've done that in a boat before. That's a little unnerving. So you really have to learn the trim. Will Huff in that 560 just motoring on. Nice ride. Looks like Wes Friedel inside. And at this point, I can't tell you. That might be Gerald outside next to him. I can't tell you for sure, but it would not surprise me. All right, Kelly coming around now. Complete her lap. If we get a chance, we'll try and talk with her, but I know she's got other commitments. She's supposed to be in a boat here in a little bit, another boat, and probably also running radios for hubby, unless somebody else is going to step in. So she's going to be busy, and if we can get her at some point, we will do that, just to get her thoughts on what she's doing. You can see the hand up in the boat out there. That's Will coming around, getting ready to come off the course.